Okay, so you want to start off with salmon, and I drizzled olive oil, pepper, and salt on top of it, and then I put it in the oven for 350. This is all the salmon my parents would let me have, so that's why I have this amount. And then once it's in the oven for about 10 minutes, I'm going to just go through it with a fork and make sure we don't have any bones. There we go, that's what it should look like when it's done. It doesn't matter about the size because we're going to whip in the next step. Then we have cream cheese, feta cheese, ricotta cheese, some salt and pepper, and some pesto. I also have a cup of flour just in case it needs to be a little more dry. I'm going to put this all in the food processor. So I have a chunk of cream cheese, a couple spoons of ricotta, a spoon of pesto, all the salmon that I did, and just a small spoonful of feta. And this is really the flavors that you want it to be, so put as much as you want in and continue to taste throughout. And we're just going to blend it until it is all equally mixed. There, and then we're going to refrigerate it. And then for making the dough, we have 3 eggs and a couple cups of flour. I'm going to put the eggs in the food processor and the flour. I'm going to put my whisk on my KitchenAid and mix until it's all mixed together, and then I'm going to switch it out for my dough hook. Now this is all about the consistency of the dough, so feel free to add a little more flour, add some more water, add flour, add water until you get the right consistency. As you can see I'm doing here. I'll also put a little bit of salt in there as well, just for flavor. And as you can see, it's kind of hard, but then you should get to about this stage, and you're going to knead for 3 to 5 minutes. And then you're just going to powder it so it doesn't get too wet. And then this is a very important step. You must Saran wrap it and refrigerate for at least 30 minutes before you want to roll it out into your tortellini. The next step is rolling it out. So after it's been there for 40 minutes, I have this handy little piece that I bought from my KitchenAid. And that dial, we're just going to set it to 1, and as we go, we're going to pull out and move it to make the dough thinner and thinner. I'm just taking a section of my dough here. I have my filling, a cookie cutter, a small bowl of water, and a brush to put the water on the dough, and some flour. The flour is really important because you don't want the dough to get too sticky at any time, or it's going to knead it out. And then at 1, we're going to put it through the pasta roller. And this is an automatic pasta roller, so it's plugged in with electric. I don't have to crank. And then slowly we're going to pull out and move it 1 more forward at all times until we get to the number 6 of thinness in the dough. Right through, and then I'm going to put my cookie cutter and make small circles, just as if you're making cookies. And you can use the dough, re-roll it out. And take small chunks of salmon, and then you want to create a half moon shape of water, as you can see I'm doing here on the dough. And then you want to fold it in half. It should almost look like a pierogi, and then pinch the outside, because you don't want any of the filling to get out, and you don't want any holes for water to get in when we're boiling the pasta. So it's really important you pinch it super tight on all of them. And then just fold that in half, pinch the end, and I like to try to make my tortellini sit flat a little bit, make it really pretty. And then I put it on a baking sheet covered with a towel, just so none of it sticks to anything. Here we're making the sauce. I melted some butter, I'm getting my water boiling for the pasta, and we have some fresh sage in there as well. That is some fresh lemon zest. I added some pesto, and the butter will brown up just as you cook it. And we had some lemon juice as well. And I also added some salt and pepper in here. Now this is all about your taste buds as well. I'm adding some cream now. Keep mixing around. You want to keep this on medium to low heat the whole time. And then I added some brown sugar as well. So the acidity from the lemon and the brown sugar should balance out, so you might have to constantly taste it until you get the flavor you like. This butter, brown sugar really brings out the taste of the salmon and the cream cheese. And then we're putting the pasta into the boiling water. You want to make sure you salt the water as well, and you want to make sure none of the tortellinis touch each other, because if they burst, it'll ruin the whole thing. You want to be really gentle with straining them, taking them out. That's why I'm not using a traditional strainer. And we're just going to put them into a bowl or a plate or however you're serving them. So after we take them out of the pot, we're going to drizzle the sauce over top and then grate some Asiago cheese. And we're done. I love this recipe because you can enjoy it anytime, but it does take some time to make. I filmed this over 2 to 3 days, making the filling the first day, the dough the next day, and then actually making the pasta and putting it all together the third. Hope you enjoy!